Okay, this is a video on touch and quality of sound at the piano. And we'll take a few examples from Debussy, The Girl with the Flaxen Hair. Start off with your C major and feel every single finger. Now, the amount of pressure you put on determines your sound. Feel that. You heard it, but feel it. That is what touch is all about. You feel what you're doing. Pretend you didn't have any ears and you had to do this just simply by touch. Well, that's not good because you want to listen to everything you're doing. But the point is, practice these things. In the matter of arpeggios, and I've mentioned this on the other recording, but I'll mention it again, you never do something like this. Your thumb goes under to get to the C, then the same thing here. Never this, but straight across. And pretty soon it becomes fairly easy. There's Prelude of Bach. Let's see if I can do that. That. So, and so on. But there's an example, there's another example from the Beethoven, the For Elise piece. I've seen it in printed music. 2/4. If that were a melody, maybe you want to do something like that. But here, 1 3 5 1 3 5. Your hand moves, certainly not that. 1 3 5 1 3 5. And you get used to it. But that's what has to be practiced with your arpeggios. Thumb under, but no, you can do this with your hand, but not this. Okay? Combine your scales and your arpeggios with whatever your key you're doing. And another thing that's sort of fun to do, and it is a great drill, practice your scales. Make your transition into another key. You see, you can go to various scales simply by taking away a black note or white note, or adding, you know, B major. You got two white notes, the B and the E. By the way, this scales a little bit too. You don't want to do this. But and then the left hand. And good tone. Yeah, minor is easier, but there's some wonderful practice, and you're practicing your scales, your arpeggios, the arpeggios this way, and also, and so on in the minors, everything. And then you take your piece, which is the la fille, chevaux de lin, the girl with flaxen hair. One, two, three, four, from 5, whole step, half step. So the B and the E sharp. I'm paying attention to the feel of every note. And I was trying some screwy fingering, because in improvisation you can't stick with a standard fingering. Not possible. Okay, so now away you go. Now that looks like an E flat minor. Try it, doesn't it? E flat, G flat, B flat, D flat. And it is. That's what it is. But it's actually the upper 4 notes of the subdominant in the key of G flat. There's C is your missing root. This matter of missing roots is so important, and your theory manuals don't even mention it, because apparently the PhDs that write it don't know about missing roots. I'm not to disparage PhDs, but you must understand that PhDs get their PhD in esoteric subjects, not in the language of music. I don't know of any course offered in any college, music school, or otherwise that teaches the language of music. They'll teach French, they'll teach German, they'll teach various languages, but not the language of music. So it's a missing element. Even in the dictionary, I don't think and if you look under languages, music isn't listed as a language. We must regard music as a language because it communicates. And opposed to the spoken language, musical language communicates feelings and thoughts and I don't know. You know, it's abstract, in other words. Whereas the spoken language communicates concretes, people, places, and things, that sort of thing. But when you play, that communicates something, but you can't describe it. It's just that. Notice the fingering I'm doing here? Oddball. but work on it. F sharp. G flat, of course. Get acquainted with the key. Then you're all set to go. Okay. The upper four notes of the subdominant, which is C flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. The subdominant, 1, 2, 3, 5 below the tonic. 5 notes above the tonic is the dominant. 5 notes below is the subdominant, okay? So. You have to determine what kind of a mood do you want to play this piece in. I've listened to several people play this on the internet, and I don't know that they have any idea what they're trying to do, what type of a mood they're trying to create. Girl with the flaxen hair. Why would Debussy write that, or title that way? La fille aux chevaux de lin. Well, I guess he saw a blonde and thought, hey, I'll write a piece. If you're simply playing the notes without feeling the bottom of each key, it's not going to sound like a musical composition. You've got to get down to the bottom of every key, lightly or more strongly for a more robust sound, but it's got to be there. Always incorporate some kind of improvisation with your compositions, and the best way to do that is in the key that you're playing. So this is the key of G flat, so you improvise in the key of G flat or F sharp. Do it both ways if you like. And if it modulates some piece that you're doing to another key, then practice that scale with its scale and its arpeggios. And remember, with your arpeggios, now when you're doing slowly, You will have a break there, but we can do it quickly. Ah. So there you have it. Work with this concept of tone, pressing keys, never hitting them. It's a much more musical, much more artistic sound with pressing keys rather than hitting them. And that's the whole secret to a good tone. Talk to you later.